Hi, this is Tiffany with Anne's Homemade Crafts, and today I think we're going to try some foaming soap. Now, whilst I do have recipes for these, a lot of these recipes are credited to a handful of other makers, and sometimes I do get these recipes from simple online sites, um, and then I tend to slightly tweak it to be easier, more convenient for me, and I can add some stuff, take away stuff, add benefits I think would help. So, for instance, like when I make my shampoo bars, I have the option to use whatever butter I want. I have the option to use whatever oil I want in there, and so on and so forth. Same thing with my body scrub. I can alter the percentages and the amounts according to what I am looking for in my recipe. So we are doing a foaming recipe today. So we're going to turn this bad boy on. And I'm making a little batch. I kind of want to see how I like it, how it works, how it feels. So if you want to be the lucky person to get a tester, let me know. So I think these little guys, super fun. I get them from Amazon. I can probably link it in the bottom. You can also find them. Oh no, I did get these from Amazon. These guys, though, I got from Wholesale Supplies Plus. My apologies. So these guys are about 8 ounces, give or take. And there's a little foamer top on top. You'll see when I do the other ones. But these little guys, I love them. They're super little travel size. That's how they come, and I got them from Amazon. So I will definitely link these below if that's something you're going to look for. Other than that, I think I'm going to make a handful of little ones and then one big one for myself because I'm super stingy like that. So I think what we're going to start with first is some glycerin. So it looks like we're going to do a little bit. And like I said, I like the smaller containers because it gives me a lot more control. See, already. I'm a horrible person and I'm not paying attention. Paying attention to everything else and not what I'm doing. So, less talking, more doing. Supposed to be 0.98. So, I will just be more aware of what I'm doing. And you can just watch. There we go. A little bit more. Learn to make one mistake, not many. But that is essentially how we learn. So I'm going to wipe the rest of it off in here. So I really do like this scale. The downside is it doesn't go like to the third remainder. It just goes to the first one. So, all right, SLES, which is different from SLSA. This is kind of like a foaming agent, if you will. I've not used this before. So we're going to poke a teeny tiny little hole in it. Just enough to pour it out. So this also is 0.98. So I'm going to pour a lot slower and pay attention. There we go. There we go. Alright, cocamidal propylbutane is our next one. And I believe this is the one they consider like a baby foam. It's a surfactant. Again, super slow. And I think this one kind of spills out. A little more. Okay. Alright. So, if I'm from my understanding, this is the part where, you know what, we'll just turn that off and leave it up here so you all to see. So it looks like it gets a little gelatinous in there. So we're just going to stir it super slow. You don't want to go too super fast because the cocamidopropylbutane creates bubbles. So I don't know if you can see that in there, but it was a liquid, and now it's kind of gelatinous. So we're gonna stir, stir, stir. You don't want to stir so vigorously that you create bubbles, which I already kind of have, but you want to make sure that it's really, really well mixed. Alright, so from here, we are going to add 1% of fragrance oil. So I did Moonlight Path. I think it's one of those dupes again, but definitely from Nature's Garden. So barely 0.1. Oh, yeah, doesn't take much. And then it doesn't register for color at all. So this is a lake because it is easier to mix, and a little goes a long way. I thought blue would be fun. Ooh, I can smell that. That smells amazing. Okay, so we got the fragrance and the color. We're going to add our Germal Plus. So Germal Plus is a preservative, and you add that strictly because we were adding water to it. So this is barely going to register, and I'm probably going to pour it over, and that's just how it's going to happen. So we'll try, I think this one's kind of, oh, no, this one's a little on the thick side. And that's it. And in fact, too much. This one, I should have used my smaller scale. This one doesn't quite register as much. But honestly, I think I'd rather have too much than not enough. So we'll give that the old 1-2 stir. And then it does say you should be using distilled water. So I just had one of these little bottles of water and figured it would be just perfect. So this is actually going to be quite a bit. So this is going to be just over 6 ounces, almost 7. So we're going to pour a little bit in, and actually I'm going to pour it down my stick so it doesn't splash and create bubbles. And we're going to do a little bit at a time, because essentially we only want about 6 ounces. And we want to stir oh so super carefully, because I don't want bubbles. But we want to make sure that we mix it in well. Once I do get it stirred in, if I do have quite a few bubbles, I can throw a little bit of alcohol in there, and then I shouldn't have any problems. And see if you notice, this is a really, really super duper dark blue. So I definitely could have done way less. But it should be fine. It'll foam out. We'll see what happens when it foams. So we probably have just under 4 ounces left. Nope, 2.5, I think. Don't ask me math. So we'll go to 5. And we'll do some stirring. In the directions to make this, it did say pour some, stir, pour some, stir. So basically, this is going to go through a couple of tests within the next month because I would like to put this out for my summer line so that I can pull my body butters and my body scrubs off my shelves during the summertime. They'll still be available. I just won't be taking them with me to my shows unless I'm inside. Just because my body butters are natural butters. And they'll melt in the heat. So if you think about my body butters like your regular table butter, if it's warm in your home, so is your body butter. If it's cool in your home, so is your body butter. And I make mine a little thicker to purposely withstand a little extra heat. But ultimately, it's still going to melt no matter how you look at it. So we're going to go all the way to what we need. There we go. That should be it. I'm going to kick this out of the way, and notice I have quite a few bubbles in there. I'm going to try to super slow stir. And once I am happy with where I'm at, we'll come back and pour them out into containers. Okay, so I have done some extra stirring and I'm liking the consistency. There's nothing else left over, it's just liquid. I will make in my notes that even that little dip was probably too much for the coloring, so I think I might tone that down in the future. I love the fragrance. Others might not be a fan. It is a little over the top, so I'll just have to make sure to make that adjustment as well later. Also for the bubbles, I'm going to spray in just a smidge of alcohol, and that just gets rid of them and dissipates. And from here, let's try to pour some in our teeny tiny little containers. So remember, these are just for friends and family to try out. A few people I know that I would appreciate the feedback from. Oh, here, you know what? Let's go and weigh these out a little bit so I know how much everybody gets. Ooh, approximately an ounce. That way I can let many people try it. We'll do an ounce and see where we get there. It's a little darker than I want it to be, like I said, but other than that, I'm not entirely sad. Oops. There we go. They're each at an ounce. I think I brought up 4 or 5. I'm not sure how many I want to do. Then when I'm done pouring these, we'll take mine and we'll run into the bathroom and we'll wash our hands and see how I like it. We'll see how much the color really transfers over on these. Oops. Pour a smidge more. There we go. So 3, let's do 4, and then we'll see what I can fit into my other one. So these are my travel size bottles. They fit about 1 3/4 ounce. Oops. Again, talking, not paying attention. So I can actually fill them up to about here. And that gives me 1.75 ounces. And then once I put my little topper on, there we go. So normally when I put my topper on, it fills all the way up to here. And then that way when I put it in, it's not it doesn't go all over the place. Learned my lesson. So this is the one I'm going to use this weekend. Let's tear it out. Let's fill her up. I'm going to go at least 4 ounces first and see where we're at. 2, 3, oops, and 4. I want 4, just, I wash my hands a lot. I'm kind of biased when it comes to that, so I can't really, tell you guys how I like it. It just more or less depends on how you guys like it. So hopefully this will be at least 1 more ounce. If not, I'll kind of divvy it up between the other ones back there. Oops. There we go. Try again. So we're just going for 1 ounce. So we'll go to 0.3 or something. 0.1. Oops. I did kind of a funny amount. I think I did like 9.75 or something. Just because I originally was going to do just 1 of these and 1 of these, which it would be 9 and some change. And then I changed my mind. Alright, I think that's pretty close. We'll just pour the rest of mine into here. So if you give me just a minute, I'm going to put lids on all of these, and then we are going to run into the bathroom and take these guys for a test drive. Okay, here's mine. Getting a little dark, like I said, but we'll see what happens when we come to that passage. Okay, let's see how it goes. I'll get my hands wet. There's my patchouli soap in the background that turned out super cute. See if we can shine a little extra light on there. There we go. There's my patchouli. Turned out really pretty. Okay. I'm getting my hands wet. Let's watch how it... Oh, it does come out blue. So I will probably have to tone that down a little bit, but honestly it's not bad. Smell is great. I'll tone down the smell a little bit. Some smells, even though it says it has a high percentage rate and you go with that, sometimes it's still just too much. So it does rinse off blue, but honestly, my hands feel like silky smooth. I think I really like this. It doesn't make me feel like I'm washing my hands and then your hands get stripped. Look at that. Oh. There we go. with the bubbles. Oh, I absolutely love that. So as I rinse, it's not making me feel like I have totally stripped my skin. And my hands definitely do still smell like the soap. So two things I will definitely take away from this is less is more on both the fragrance and the color. So, like I said before, if anybody wants to try them out, just be aware that it did not stain my hands. The fragrance is a little strong, so if you do want to try it out, please let me know. And I'll give you a little sample. You could try it out. Let me know how you like it. All right, thanks, and have an awesome day.